Today on Attack of the Show, the lines are getting longer, but the wait isn't getting any shorter. You'll only know what's up with the PlayStation 3 if you're in the loop. She may perspire, but you sweat.
That helps to keep you cool.
Wipe that moistened brow because we're going in your pants. We join Jack Black and KG on their rocking journey to find the pick of destiny.
Like a ding-dong.
All this and more on a live and unconventional Attack of the Show, starting right now.
What's going on here? Pick up on
Can you do something more manly? Wow, that was a big crack.
I'll be okay.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to Attack of the Show. We are TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. It is Thursday, November 16th. I'm Olivia Munn.
Yes, please, hold your applause. I'm Kevin Ferreira. Yeah! Two of them got it. We're coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles, and my friends, the console war has officially turned violent.
Yes, it's very exciting.
Yeah.
The PS3 will start going on sale at midnight tonight, and despite the fact that no one has even bought a console in North America yet, there's already been riots, fights, robberies. It's awesome.
I threw a homeless man into a bookshelf.
You would.
I had no. He wasn't even in line.
And you weren't even at the PS3?
No, I invited him in. I tempted him with a tasty treat from my apartment door when he came in right into the IKEA shelf.
When I was in second grade, there's this girl who lives on my block, and I hated her, and so I tricked her into coming to my backyard, and I beat her up. True story.
This evening, though, it's only going to get crazier. And not to mention the Wii is coming out on Sunday. There's going to be human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Oh,
no,
wow.
You weren't supposed to say it. You're supposed to give
No, they were supposed to say it. It's a line from the... wow, okay, good try. Audience participation, again, it's a new thing we're trying out here.
You guys, we are covering this like nobody else. The news is coming so fast and furious, and we are sorting through all the rubble.
Yes, gaming, digital media, the future of entertainment hangs in the balance. Brace yourselves. We're on the front lines. It's Console Wars 06 Live!
A PS3 hasn't even been sold, and already things are getting really ugly.
Yeah.
At a Circuit City in Oregon, 3 people in line were robbed at gunpoint. They didn't even have a system. They were just like sitting ducks, waiting.
Yeah. Well, last night in Palmdale, California, gamers were lined up inside the Walmart, right? They're just hanging out, ready to get their console. They were told to go outside, and that's when a mini riot broke out. The cops had to be called in to break up a mob of like 100 dudes waiting for a PS3.
Yeah. But you guys, it doesn't even stop there. Last night in Kentucky, there was a drive-by BB gun shooting. Basically, it's a total free-for-all out there. And I got to tell you, if I didn't know it was in Kentucky, I would have thought that was you doing that.
It's like
BB guns drive-by.
No, it's like a Mad Max world out there. There's like a PS3 Thunderdome. It's like
I mean, working here, I know how big this is and how huge this is. I didn't know that people would go crazy like that.
Oh yeah, someone will die tonight. I'm just putting it out there. It's going to happen.
I wish we could be there live.
Yeah. No, let's not clap for senseless murder.
Okay, we're working on the audience participation
as long as the guy that gets it is somebody who's going to sell it on eBay, then he pretty much deserves it.
He should die.
All right, but okay, so here we go. Not too far from here, there's a Best Buy with a huge crowd waiting. There's at least 150 people in line. So we went down to see what was going on and see what the people had to say, and thankfully we didn't get attacked.
Thankfully.
With the PS3 less than 24 hours away from hitting the market, fans have been camping out in the hopes of getting their grubby little hands on this next-gen console.
Right now it's the hottest system and such a high demand. And I definitely want to be a first in line or like everyone else to get the hottest system out right now. Been here since last night around 7:30. Been here ever since.
Since last night, about last evening about 6 o'clock.
I'm in line with my coworkers and my boyfriend. I took a day off, vacation day.
But some potential buyers have ulterior motives.
I'm here because I want to sell it on the website called eBay.
I could put it on sale and see how much money I can make off of it.
And are they losing sleep over the possibility of not obtaining a console?
I'm pretty sure I'm going to get one. I'm at the end of a list that they had, so we'll see what happens with that.
I'd be pretty pissed off. I don't know what would happen, but I'd be pretty pissed. it's going to be like Black Friday, which is the day after Thanksgiving, where people are like duking it out and fighting.
Oh, I think there'd be a riot like at the other spots.
Now, if you guys think you're going to get left out, we just got some exclusive news from Best Buy that might help you guys.
That's right. There's going to be a minimum of 25 PlayStation 3s per store, and that's at every location nationwide. So all 300 of you, yeah, you might have a snowball's chance of getting one.
But also, if your store does sell out at midnight, they will reopen in the morning at 8 a.m., and they will have more consoles available. So hopefully, if you don't get one tonight, you can go back
A few hours later, you'll be good.
Just wait.
Yeah, the tickets you'll need to exchange for your purchase are actually going to be handed out 1 hour before they go on sale, so make sure you don't wander off and grab like some Baja Fresh while your buddy holds your spot, because chances
Do
are...
they have Baja Fresh in the Midwest? I don't think so.
Typically,
Like
wherever there's a
Taco
Best Buy,
Bell.
there's a Payless Shoes and a Baja Fresh right next to it. It's just gentrification all
Kevin, that's
across.
so true.
Yeah, manifest destiny, sweetheart.
It's funny 'cause
happening.
it's true.
Maybe a Jamba Juice, who knows?
We also have an exclusive list of all the Best Buy stores that will have midnight openings. So go to g4tv.com/thefeed right now for all the details. And the odds are still pretty slim, but they just got a little better.
Yeah,
and
they're not Kirstie Alley slim anymore.
And make sure you don't get mugged for your ticket.
Right. Now, thankfully, we're in the confines of the studio. We don't have to worry about really getting jumped for our console just yet.
No, not yet. The PS3 network is now online, so we are testing it out to show you guys what is in store. Similar to Xbox Live, you can download game demos, and 2 of them are already ready to play: Resistance, Fall of Man, and MotorStorm.
Yeah, MotorStorm is that wild kind of off-road mud racing game.
I love watching
People
that
saw
on
it at
TV.
E3. Well, we got it here on a TV here, and we're showing it to you now. We actually got online. They opened up the online network last night to North America. I'm going to restart this thing here so you can see it. And we downloaded the demo. I got to tell you, this bodes very well for the PlayStation 3. As you can see, rock-solid frame rate. The graphics are gorgeous, and it's fun to play.
Now, we're playing the big old monster trucks right now, but you can also do the motorcycles, right?
Yeah, they have a dirt bike as well, which you can load up, and it's cool whenever you crash. You see like the ragdoll physics of your dude. Right, dirty.
Yeah, what I like about, now, the truck you can go first person, but the dirt bikes you can't.
Yeah, you can get a little closer, and then, oh, no, oh, here we go. Here we go. This,
Oh, wait,
this
now
ends
what
badly.
happened? What happened?
This ends badly.
Oh, great.
No, okay, good. Now,
Oh,
check this
what
out,
is
though,
that, your
Mon.
ghost
I'm
people?
handing it over to you. You have the motion sensor adjust. So
Okay.
all I have to do is flip it on, and now you actually will turn the controller
I have to
using
push any
that
buttons?
6-axis.
Like
Yeah,
R1?
this will get you your gas.
Okay.
And then here we go. We're going to continue.
Okay.
And so go ahead and give it some gas. And there, now, all right, there we go.
Wait,
You're
how do I
driving like a
reverse?
Gizmondo executive.
Shut up!
No. Again, bottom. There you go.
I'm
R2.
going.
There, look at that. That's Paris Hilton coming out of Club Pure, driving herself home.
Wait, I want another chance.
No. Take as many as you need. This is good.
You even said, okay,
Go for the dirt pipe.
Wait, for the record.
I know you love the dirt pipe. Go right for it.
For the record, anybody listening, but when we were doing this before, Kevin did say that the sensor one was a little tricky. Okay. It's not as
it's
easy
very
as the Wii
sensitive,
right now.
but it's totally a demo. They're gonna get it going, but you take your time with it and you'll get it. I got it down after a couple minutes. So it's fun though. It's fun and it looks great. So well done. Maybe all these people waiting in line aren't that crazy.
Here you go. Well, we are only hours from launch, and we will be bringing you all the news as it happens, so you guys make sure to stay tuned for more.
Just head on over to g4tv.com/AOTS. You can grab links to everything you just saw. But right now, it is time for the only news that you need to know. So here's Layla Cayley and the feed headlines.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, we've got all the details on tomorrow's PS3 launch. Plus, Apple might bring you some iPhones next year. And it didn't take long for Britney to ditch K-Fed on MySpace. It's all coming your way in the feed. But first, back to you guys.
Sweetheart, we have a show to do, by the way.
There's a game.
Okay, play the game. Thanks, Layla. Now, look, we know you folks at home are concerned about this whole console war, and luckily, you can take shelter in the army of our monitor heads. Isn't that nice?
Oh, yeah, I love our monitor heads. Here is John from Indiana.
Hi, Attack of the Show. Since the new PlayStation 3 costs $600, will it cook me dinner or get me a beer?
No.
No.
Hand release is optional. There's a firmware update, but right now there's no plans to include beer or dinner.
No. And, you know, it has a lot of kinks. They're working it out. Not quite sure.
Yeah.
But no dinner, I'm sorry.
It's not going to happen, dude.
No, but we want to know what you guys think. Is the PS3 worth the wait? Vote at our website, g4tv.com/AOTS, or text your vote to G4TXT, that's 44898, to vote and register for AOTS Live News Alerts.
Now, the jury, of course, is still out on the winner of the console war, but there's no denying that Heroes...
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. We are live and talking about the PlayStation 3. Before the break, we asked you, is the PS3 worth the wait? Well, according to you, 56% of you say that you won't be out in that PS3 line tonight because you don't think it's worth the wait. let's go on over to a guy who's got a team of bums and Chinese immigrants always working for him. That's how I got my job here. Kevin?
Thanks, Mon. All right, in less than 5 hours, gamers across this great country of ours will have a chance to experience the PlayStation 3 for the very first time. Now, Sony said that the next generation of gaming starts when they say it does, and they're putting it all on the line. But will Sony succeed again? Is it worth the money? Is it really cold out there in the line? We've got your PlayStation 3 right here, folks. It's The Loop. Joining us tonight from Atlanta, one of gaming's most prolific writers, Scott Steinberg, who has covered gaming for Maxim, Playboy, and Wired. And, of course, the man who took some time out of the console lines to be with us today, X-Play's own Adam Sessler. Welcome to The Loop, everybody. Scott, I want to start with you here, sir, because thousands and thousands of people are standing in line for PlayStation 3 right now. They're getting pelted by BBs. Some are getting thrown out of lines. I think one guy even gave up on a chance to lose his virginity. Why is everybody going so crazy for this console?
Oh, it's all about the lifestyle, man. And they've only been waiting, what, 5, 6 years? I'm sure everybody's been screaming, trying to get hands on theirs for the last 3 or 4 years. It's the next generation of games. You got fantastic stuff coming out. I can't wait to play Resistance. You've got Genji, Days of the Blade. And, you know, you might even sneak in a little Tony Hawk's Project 8 if you want to go for that retro flavor, you know, back to the last platforms.
Well, Adam, I mean, I know I can get Project 8 on my 360. Genji, I don't know that anybody's in line for that one. Perhaps Resistance, but, I mean, is someone getting killed tonight?
You know what? I actually think there may be violence. I mean, when you have people standing out under rather unfavorable conditions for that long, and then they slowly realize that it was all for naught, you know, there's sort of a tradition that frustration will then turn into anger, and then anger into violence. I hope no one gets really hurt.
But now, who's waiting in line, though? What's the type of gamer that's waiting in line? Is it like Scott says, they want these launch titles, or is it just a status symbol?
You know what? I think it's a status symbol. And I don't think there's any of the people like camping out for a Star Wars movie. I think people are under the misassumption that this is some great seminal cultural event, and to not be part of it, they won't have a story to tell their grandchildren. Like by waiting on this line, they're ever going to have grandchildren. But I think it's one of these things that people are just so accustomed to doing that no one's taken that necessary step back to say, it ain't worth it.
Scott, I mean, how do you respond to something like that?
Well, it's like, you know, I hear people, you talk about people getting killed, people getting robbed for these things. I mean, I feel bad for the thieves. They're going to get home and see what they actually went to all the trouble for. The fact is, this is going to be, you know, a great console down the road sometime in 2007. I'm not sure it's worth freezing your butt off or attacking somebody for tonight.
So how long before someone throws a platinum chain around one and just walks around the street with a big PS3 dangling from their neck? I mean, that's what it's all about for these guys then, right? It's status.
They need
although the question is,
they would need a very strong neck. That's right. Now, look, Merrill Lynch analysts, they say, look, Microsoft is going to take this next-gen console war, followed closely by Sony, then the Wii. Adam, I mean, this news, is this surprising to you?
No, I'm less, you know, well, I think a few months ago we were talking, and I was a little more hesitant, at least, you know, who was going to get the lead, when was it going to happen, and how tight was it going to be? I think that Sony is just an attracting bad press hand over fist for the past few months. Not just PS3, but the whole Sony corporate, you know, fiascos with the battery recall. There was a poll that was recently released which pointed out that a lot of people out there don't realize how expensive this system is. So you already have like that shock that's suddenly hitting people. I will be very surprised if all of these consoles hit home and they work. So you have a $600 price tag, and then you have all this bad buzz surrounding it. I think a lot of people are going to start gravitating towards the other two consoles, and they're really going to lose that essential first-year lead to really build their base.
Well, Scott, I don't know how you feel. I did see all this negative press, and like Adam said, the batteries, the DRM rootkits on their Sony Music CDs, and now, of course, the PS3 issues. But it seems like every channel I flip to, there's some reporter standing out there, almost like he's braving the hurricane, in line with the PlayStation 3 kids. I mean, the excitement is there. The Nintendo Wii is launching as well, and it seems like nobody's talking about it. Now, is the Nintendo buzz going to get completely buried by this PlayStation 3 here?
No, well, I think up front it might be, but the fact is with the Nintendo Wii, it's not meant to look, sound, or feel like a video game console. I was actually at this year's E3 talking to Shigeru Miyamoto, the guy who created Mario and Zelda, and he said they specifically made a system that did not look like a video game console.
Right.
So everybody who's going crazy for PlayStation 3 is buying into the brand, they're buying into the image, they want to have the newest, hottest thing on the block. It's a luxury item, and like Adam said, it's a status symbol, you know? You want to show that you've got the biggest checkbook, the biggest stones to stand out there in the cold.
Well, Sony's been banking on the PlayStation 3 for years now. They got the cell processor in their Blu-ray. They're really hoping this forwards and really pays off all the gambles they've taken on this technology. If they botch this launch, Scott, could that be the end of Sony, or at least the end of their console division?
Well, I'd hate to speculate. I haven't seen how much they've got in the bank, but I certainly think they're playing for an audience 2 years, 3 years from now. I mean, right up front, great, they're going to sell out of all the consoles, but what, they've got 400,000 that they say they're shipping, and people claim that they may have closer to 150, 200,000. At this point, it's all about headlines. I think it's a little early to judge, but I suspect 2 to 3 years down the road, they're the only console that's supposedly future-proofed. It's supposed to last 10 years. They've got enough hardware in there to power a supercomputer. I mean, look at it, you know. Maybe they're banking the farm on it, but it's a little early to call them.
All right. I think it's a little more risky for Sony. I don't know if they really have it anymore.
All right, well, we're going to have to wait and see. I want to thank our guests, Adam and Scott, for joining us. Of course, Adam is going to join us tomorrow live on set for our special PlayStation 3 Day 1 coverage. We'll also have an all-new loop where we're going to break down what happened during the launch tonight and see if the console had a successful takeoff or if it just burst into flames. Thanks again for joining us in the loop, guys. Let's go over to Olivia, who unfortunately doesn't come with an HDMI cable.
Thanks, Kevin. Today we are bringing you the best things